My name is Bob Hillman, and I want to talk to you about a recording project. If you know me, you might be thinking, a recording project? After all, I stopped touring in 2003 and released my last album in 2006. But even through a 10-year run of real jobs, I kept thinking about myself as a songwriter. And except for a 2-year stretch when my kids were really young and concentration was impossible, I kept writing songs. I have 80 or 90 new ones, of which about 25 have something good about them. There's an impulse to do something with all those songs, perform them, record them, post them, somehow send them out into the world. There's a competing impulse to do nothing. As Jack Hardy used to say, you're only as good as your next song. But even Jack believed in documentation, and that's part of why I'm talking to you today. The other part has to do with Peter Case, who has agreed to produce. Peter was a member of the Nerves and the Plimsolls. You know their song, A Million Miles Away. He was also one of the first rock guys to unplug. His first 2 solo albums, along with a couple of solo acoustic shows at McCabe's Guitar Shop in Santa Monica in 1990, opened my eyes to the reality that you could be folk, but still rock. In the mid-1990s, I sent my first batch of demos to an address on the back of one of Peter's CDs, and he called me on the phone. I've found ways to keep that conversation going for 20 years, and now I have an opportunity to work with one of the artists who originally inspired me. I need Peter because I want to do something different. My first 3 albums were pretty much straight-ahead folk rock, because that's the sound I hear in my head. Folk and rock figure into Peter's background, but he hears a broader sonic palette, and, more importantly, is willing to push me out of my comfort zone. I don't pretend to be an auteur. I don't need to make pet sounds. But I'd like to keep things fresh and interesting by trying a new direction that still serves the songs. A close-to-home example that occurs to me is Suzanne Vega on 99.9 Fahrenheit degrees. Not necessarily the specific sounds, but Mitchell Froome's approach. Different. This is not a bargain basement choice. In fact, we think it will cost about $25,000 to do it the way we want to do it. Great studio, great musicians, etc. $25,000 is more than I have lying around, and it's more than I'm comfortable asking you for, which is why I'm asking for $10,000. As for the rest, I secretly hope this campaign will overachieve. Then I'll either come up with the money myself with the help of a summer job, or scale back my ambitions. $10,000 feels doable though, because so many of you have expressed interest in my music in the past. I know, some of you were just being polite. But presumably, a lot of you think it's pretty cool that I've been doing this for all these years and feel so strongly compelled to continue. If only 40% of my 1,000 plus Facebook friends give $25 each, we'll get there. For me, it's about participation. Partner with me at some level and I'll consider it a success. Of course, I'm offering something in return. Take a look at the rewards and find something that appeals to you. For example, the career-spanning collection of demos at $50, handwritten lyrics illustrated by my mother-in-law at $100, or a print of Danny Rothenberg cover photo at $250. For $500, I'll write a song that will make you a hero at your corporate town hall or offsite. I am not exaggerating about this. Please contact me for samples of past hits. Thank you for your support. Let's get started.